Hey now, ladies and gentlemen. Hey now, hello. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Hour number 2 of the line, Talk 99.5. Talk995.com. I just found out 30 people got hemmed up at that Scholarcraft warehouse or fab raid yesterday over in Tarrant.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good.
They sounds like they got them 30 illegals. So that's 30 job openings over in Tarrant if you're looking for work.
Yep.
There's 30 jobs open at Scholarcraft. If anybody's interested in making school desk or school furniture, they got you. They need some help. They need some help over there. I think that place has been around for a while too, right?
Yeah, and you get an opportunity to help our education system.
That's right. Do it for the children. Do it for the children.
The children's. Yep.
It's very important. Make sure you download the app. I assume they're still working on our radio tower, which, you may say
Yeah,
to
we need to get
yourself.
an update.
You may say to yourself, hey, as a radio station, it's very important that you have your radio tower working, which it is working. It just has a little static. So if you can hear me and you don't like the static you're getting, download the daggum app.
So easy.
It's so easy, and it's right there on your phone. Everybody's got Bluetooth. If you don't have Bluetooth, you got an aux cord. If you don't have an aux cord, you got a set of headphones somewhere. Listen to us on your phone. You can even watch us on YouTube.
You'll love it.
If you've got the app, or if you're at your computer at work, if you pull up the website or download the app, the first thing you're going to see is the YouTube video. So you can watch it from there, even if you don't want to go on YouTube and have to search around. It's literally right there on the app. So you'll hit it up. Hit it up, cuzzy. 205-545-9950. That's 545-9950. Donald Trump hosted Election Integrity Hero. That's what we'll call her. Tina Peters at the White House last night. Remember, she finally got released from prison, so he brought her up to the White House yesterday. She had the biggest smile on her face. She is a hero. She really is. He posted on social media. He said, "Free Tina became the rallying cry of the Republican Party over the past 2 years. Tina Peters just came to the White House to thank me for getting her released from prison in Colorado. She was put there because she found election fraud, but instead of arresting the people that committed the fraud, they arrested her. They gave her 9 years in jail, and she served 2, much time in solitary confinement, along with hardened criminals and murderers. And then I got the Republican Party into gear, and she was released. Tina is 70 years old, suffered a major bout with cancer, and hopefully is now cancer-free. What she went through should never happen to anyone again. Just think of it. She caught the Democrats cheating, and they put her in jail for voter fraud. They didn't want her out there speaking to the media. She knows that the voting machines are rigged, that the mail-in ballots are a disaster, and that our elections are very dangerous and corrupt at a time when, with the threat of communism, we must be very wise and careful. It was an honor to have lunch with her. I was fortunate. My vote in 2024 was too big to rig, not wig, too big to rig, but they tried. There wasn't a thing they could do about it, but not everyone is in that position. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Make America great again, President Donald J. Trump." So good for her, man. Good for Tina Peters. She is an amazing individual, somebody that has been through so much and had to go through all of the things she went through in life, from losing her son and in the line of duty. So she's a Gold Star mom. She had cancer, but she still served her country by serving on the board of electors or the elections board in Colorado, Mesa County, and did the right thing. Think about this. She did the right thing and got thrown in jail for it. We have seen that far too often over the past few years. We saw it with Daniel Penny on the New York City subway, where he almost got thrown in prison for life for saving people's lives on the subway. And then here's Tina Peters, who was simply pointing out the fact that our elections are rigged, and they threw her in jail. And she was treated. She had no criminal record, not even a speeding ticket. And that judge, the way that judge acted that sentenced her was utterly disgusting. And I hope karma comes back around to that judge, and I hope he lives a miserable life. I really do. I don't wish bad things upon people very often, but I wish bad things on that particular judge. I really do. I hope it comes back around to him in a big way for what he did to Tina Peters. So glad that she's getting her recognition, and certainly glad she's out of jail. Rick's on the line. He's in McCullough. Rick, what's up?
Ain't that the truth, boy? Y'all letting it out there on the line. This is the line. Hey now, hey now, hey now.
Hey now, hey now.
Yeah, there's a lot of malcontents going on, you know. There was a time when people stood up for this country. Right now, they're just trying to destroy it. That's Satan's work, ain't it?
It is. It is, and especially when you consider the socialists that are on a regular basis now, seemingly winning elections in different states across the country. It's really scary.
Yeah, it's communism straight up. I mean, you can call it anything you want to try to paint a pretty picture, but what they want to do is take control over everything and take it away from God. And what this country was founded on, that's what we need to get back to, see, is our founding fathers. What did they really envision for this country? Self-government.
Yep. And especially on America's 250th birthday, there's no better time to get back to that than now.
Hey, they are deceiving us daily. And when somebody lies to me one time, and I believe them, it's their fault, you know. But if they lie to me again, and I believe them, it's my fault.
That's right.
These people ain't nothing but a bunch of liars. What they're trying to do to this country is shameful.
Mm-hmm. You got that right.
I appreciate you a call.
All right, thank you, Rick. I appreciate it, buddy. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Or as George Bush once said, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, can't get fooled again. Won't be fooled again. Who sang that song?
The Who.
Is that who that is?
Yeah.
Is that who that is?
See, I'm rubbing off on you. See, just the one-liners, man. That's a lost art.
Richard the Cop, what's up, Bob?
I caught a little bit of Richard Val talking today about supposedly Iran is open. Some of their officials have openly come out and said they want to assassinate President Trump. And if y'all can find out some more about that while I'm listening today, I'd love to hear it, because if that's true, we need to turn them into a burial ground. We need to kill goats, cats, dogs, children, women, men, everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody. Because if you got the balls to be that stupid, you buy the ticket, you ride the ride. Roll Tide, boys.
There you go. You buy the ticket, you ride the ride, baby. Yeah, I don't know a particular instance of that happening as of late, but I've seen them do it before, so it wouldn't be anything surprising. I'm kind of just breezing through real quick, but Yeah, I wouldn't if they put out some sort of new declaration of we're going to assassinate you. I mean, that's been their thing for a while. I mean, they even with which was one of the mm, there were a couple different instances that tied back to Iran when it came to assassination attempts. I'm still convinced that what's his name, Ryan Ralph, the one from the golf course, that was tied back to Ukraine. That was tied to militia groups in Ukraine trying to take out Donald Trump in order to keep him from winning the 2024 election. I think there. I mean, you think about it. There's multiple countries that have a vested interest in Donald Trump disappearing once and for all. So there's no doubt that they are going to use whatever resources they can to try to take Donald Trump out. Even though it's only a little over 2 years, 2 more years they got to deal with him. For them, in their point of view, Donald Trump can cause a lot of damage, and Iran is getting a front row seat to that. Clarissa is up next. What's up, Clarissa?
Hey, friend. I just got back from an 8-day trip from the footsteps of the American Revolution. We did Boston, we did Philadelphia, we did New York City, we did D.C., and we did stop by the America's Great Fair. I wanted to call in and share. I wanted to call while I was on the road, but I had bronchitis, so I was trying to get over that. But I wanted to call and let you know that some of the observations I made were the people up north, especially in the Boston area, are so incredibly patriotic. Now, they're liberal, but they are not ashamed of their roots, their American roots, their patriotism. And I just was really taken aback by that because here I feel like there is a lot of stigma and shame in being American. That was definitely not the case up there. I had not really spent any time in Boston before, Concord, Lexington, where the American Revolution started. So I found that very interesting. I did also find it interesting that there was a lot of people at the American State Fair that were there to criticize and to make fun of the State Fair, the Great American State Fair, which was very disappointing. I didn't feel like people were there for the right reason. I did stop by the Alabama booth. I felt like it was well done. They had some QR codes that you could scan, cards that you could take with you that would take you to the the Alabama travel website, where you could get travel guides and things like that. They featured industry, they featured tourism, obviously University of Alabama football. So a lot of different angles that they did. They had a cut out a Meemaw that you could get your picture taken with, which of course my daughter and I had to do. And then really it was just a great trip, and it was so refreshing to see all across New England that the 250th was really being celebrated. The only other downside sort of thing that I witnessed, that I experienced was, obviously it, as people are wanting to hurt and harm our great president, there is more security everywhere. And so you just can get, further and further away from the White House. And also the reflecting pool was still closed while I was there. It had opened a couple weeks ago when I was there, and now it was closed again for vandalism. But I know that they're getting ready to get that back open. But anyway, just a lot to take in, lots of patriotism, lots of 250 celebrations going on between bipartisanship. And I just thought that was really refreshing. And I hope that come this week we can all, here in the South, get behind that great American flag once more.
Amen. Amen. Well, thanks for the report on that. That's good stuff. I
Yeah,
appreciate
absolutely.
it.
Thank you.
All right. There's Clarissa with a big update. I should have asked Clarissa about the crowds, because everything has been about the crowds are so small at the America 250, and everybody on social media is talking. But maybe we can get some info on that later. I am currently looking at some breaking news. You've got 2 protesters. They're calling them protesters that have climbed to the top of the Empire State Building, and they are up at the tippy top. I mean, they are on the needle.
Somebody had to let them up because you can't just get to the needle.
And they have a flag, and I'm waiting for the chopper to flip around so we can see what the flag is. What?
It's flying in a circle.
I mean, is the flag going in a circle? Why can't we see what the flag says? Oh, I guess they're pretty far back, so they don't want the wind
A
gust
black
from
flag.
It's a black flag. It almost came off to me as some sort of, ISIS-looking flag, but I don't know. It's black with white writing on it. Um, and these people have masks on, look like ski mask. It's hard to tell. Zoom in, camera guy. Let me see what the flag says. Here we go. Zoom
Here they
in.
come.
Zoom in. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. That's kind of dumb though. Like you're up that high. You're on the top of the Empire State Building. Nobody's gonna be able to read your stupid flag. Zoom in, dude. Y'all can zoom in more than that.
Oh, there's a lot written on it.
Yeah.
They may have to maintain a certain distance because of safety.
That's what. Yeah, because if you get that chopper too close and that wind starts blowing, they're gonna.
Yeah, I just say leave them up there. Eventually, they'll get tired and fall off, like King Kong. Like King Kong.
Let me see real quick if I can. Empire State Building. Maybe there's some info on that. Empire State Building.
Did you feel that? They just dropped down a new unit. It went.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
On top of the building?
Yeah. I need to climb up there and do a report.
Two activists climbed the top of the Empire State Building with a flag that reads, "The love of people beats the love of power. The world knows peace."
Makes no sense whatsoever. What in the crap are you talking about, freaks?
Yeah, okay, I can see it now. Yeah, it almost looks like one of them is female. Well, maybe not. It's hard to tell. But yeah, two of them that I guess they're trying to. The video I'm looking at looked like they're trying to secure the flag on top. And wow, that's yeah, I think it's a male and a female that's up there. Ironically enough, and looks like they got tools and everything. So,
we need to find out how the heck they got up there.
When the power of love beats the power of the world, when the power of love beats the love of power, the world knows peace. That's what it.
They have no idea what the word love means.
Yeah, and we don't know the motivation behind these people, but I can almost guarantee you they're lefties. So, which is a wonder they can climb up that building with all that soy in their body. But hey, maybe they're maybe they're experienced rock climbers. Who knows? 205-545-9950. Let's keep it rolling right after this. I got my. Richard the cop was talking about the story about the assassinations, or calls for assassination, should I say? And it's Iranian clerics that have essentially called for the assassination of Trump and Netanyahu. They said that it was a 10-point statement signed by about 63 members of the 88-member clerical body declaring Trump and Netanyahu Mador al-Dam, which is an Islamic legal term generally referring to someone whose blood is considered forfeit or who deserves to die. According to the Telegraph, it said killing the criminal American president and the wicked prime minister of the Zionist regime was a religious duty, and that anyone who had the opportunity to do so must not neglect it. The report said the statement described avenging the killing of Supreme Leader Khomeini in February as paramount. Yeah, I'd just blow those guys up and be like, okay, moving along here. Bubba Rumble's on the line. Bubba, what's up, cousin?
Hey now, into the hey now.
Hey now, young sir.
Well, it sure would be the same if those libtards in their word salad flag fell off the Empire State Building today. Let's pray that doesn't happen.
Yeah, we don't want to have to clean up the mess.
That's right. It'll come at an expense to the taxpayers, and we're already getting fleeced enough.
Yeah, and I'm sure Mom Donnie has already drained the street sweepers money. So
I think I heard he had to borrow billions from the state treasury to cover the budget gaps only in the first few months of his first term. By this time next year, man, that place is just it's gonna be like they're having a garbage strike pretty much. It's just going to be a giant festering garbage pile with rats everywhere and stuff.
It's going to be pretty wild.
But hey, as long as the liberals are feeling equity and inclusion, that's all I care about.
That's right, because that's what matters. Money doesn't matter. Social services doesn't matter. Taking care of the children doesn't matter. It's about equity and inclusion.
That's right. All right. So there's a pretty big story that popped. I think it was over the weekend maybe. And, of course, zero interest from our lamestream prostitutes on it. And that's that massive Obamacare scandal that came up with all the misdirected funds and the ghost accounts since day one that has probably amounted to, we know it's billions, perhaps trillions of absconded taxpayer money that I believe one of the main reasons for Obamacare now, it's obvious, it's just another Democratic machine funding mechanism amongst all the other scandals and scams that it involves.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of their MO. I mean, we know obviously that they've done that on several fronts, whether it's Act Blue or it's Sam Bankman-Fried or Ukraine or whatever it is. Like, they're in the business. And you think about it, it's really the only way they can fund themselves and keep up with, USAID. The list goes on and on. But it's the only way that they can keep up monetarily with the Republicans, or at least surpass the Republicans, is to funnel taxpayer money into their own campaigns, because their people just don't. I mean, they don't have anything to sell the people. Even when it comes to big corporations, especially as they move into this socialistic ideology, they're going to be losing the people with the checkbooks, because they're coming after those very people. And it's not like it used to be where it was, oh yeah, we're going to tax the rich and we're going to do that, and then they'd go over with a wink and a nudge to the corporations and say, we're not really serious. We're not going to do that to you. We're just trying to hype the base up. These people, these new people, actually do want to do that, and they will. They're the one thing that they have, the one trait, the one positive trait that they have is the fact that they're honest. That's it. That's the only redeeming quality. They're honest enough to tell you the evil things that they're going to do when they get in office.
Yeah, it's mask off now, so we'll see how America responds. And, as far as legitimate fundraising, we'll go back to dadgum Tim Burchett the other day which him and a lot of conservatives, true grassroots fundraising, where a lot of his fundraising is coming in those $20, $25 donations from the working class people that truly believe in what him and the America First conservatives are trying to do. And on the flip side of that, you're never going to find anybody more stingy than a libtard on welfare. You know, they keep every dime for themselves. They virtue signal about equality and all that, but they're stingy and greedy in the first place. Otherwise, they wouldn't be living on other people's stolen tax dollars. And they're the least likely person to donate that $20, $25 to their chosen political party. Whereas, you know, this working class grassroots form of fundraising, Tim Burchett isn't the only one that I've heard talking about that, including Trump's last presidential campaign raised a lot of money off those $20, $25 single contributions from working class people, digging into their hard-earned money to donate their actual money. But, you know, it's just disgusting with all these layers of fraud. And here's another big glaring example of the Democrats stealing our money. And it's just going to go away with barely a whimper because the mainstream media isn't going to shine any attention on that story. But that's another one of those things that's just chapping my hide because that's our money and they're using it against us.
Well, you know this radio show is going to hammer it till the cows come home, so at least we got you covered.
Moo moo, baby. Hey now.
Hey now. There's Bubba Rumble dropping the hammer. Is your air blowing in there?
Yes, but it's warm air.
Oh, never mind.
So they're getting there. They did drop a unit on top. That's what that was.
Well, I saw Val come in there putting her hand up to the vent, and I was like, oh, does that mean? Because I've got the temperature kind of leveled out in here. It's probably like 70, 72 with the fan.
Yeah,
but
well,
I don't think I have
I'm
any
afraid
air
with that new unit, it's been good working with everybody.
Right. All right. Bottom of the hour. More of the line. Hang tight. It looks like the Empire State climbers are making their way down. So I guess that's good for them. They're coming down the needle at the moment. You can't see. I'm watching on CNN. They're broadcasting WABC in New York. And
I guess the protesters, they think that Mondami will save them.
yeah, Mom Donnie will intervene and not let them get charged. He was like, "Oh, they're just putting up a message for." It's stupid though because nobody's going to be able to read that from the ground.
I know.
Even in a plane, people flying by on a plane's not going to be able to read it. I mean, you can barely read it with the chopper flying around in circles. But good luck. It's kind of a cool view as you look back and kind of see I guess that's the Hudson River behind them. Got some cruise ships down there, and wonder if that those two are together. Like if that's a guy and his girlfriend.
Well, if there had been three of them, I would have guessed that they were getting married up there, and had maybe adjusted the piece up there.
Could be. We do have air flowing in the studio. Mine's not necessarily cold.
Well, it's going to take it's going to take a little while.
Is it?
Yeah.
I mean, this is a big building.
Yeah. I mean, this is a new unit.
Do you know if yeah, and I mean, listen, the units run 24/7. The building's got to stay cool 24/7. There's countless offices here. We've got 3 floors. Do we have 4 floors? Do we have like an underground floor, like a basement or something?
Yes, we do.
So it's a 4-story building. And, it's got, we take up one level. We take up the top level. And then under us are like a bunch of miscellaneous businesses. And there's a nail salon downstairs and, whatever. There's a recording studio somewhere down there. And so all that air's got to be that those units have to power this whole building or keep this whole building cool. And so those things get worn out, man.
They are huge.
But is there somebody that maintains them? Like you got to go up there and clean them out and, do all that stuff. Is that the problem? Is there anybody maintaining them, or are we just replacing it once every year and a half?
Surely there's somebody maintaining them. I mean, we should get at least a 1 to 2 year, warranty where we get free cleaning.
We get old Douglas Heating and Cooling to come out here and just clean our units once a year. Probably need to be cleaned every 6 months. With as much as it's working. I just got mine cleaned out. My boy Evan came over and helped me clean mine out. And it's been working great ever since. Especially with my new Vornado. What do I call it? Is a Vornado box fan?
Yeah.
Vornado is apparently, and Trish told me this, I didn't know, but it's apparently like one of the best fans out there. I mean, it's a digital box fan. It's got a thermostat on it, so if you want to set it to a certain temperature,
oh no, that's cool.
It won't just cut off. It'll change the fan speed to maintain a particular temperature. But if we get the air fixed here, I'm taking that box fan back home, and I bet I can cut down on my power bill just by setting that in front of like a vent, in the back of the house and have it circulate.
I bet you can.
Yeah.
With that.
Yeah, summers have not been too kind to me at my house over the past couple of years. It's been hard to keep the house cool, but if you strategically place a couple really good fans in your house, you can make sure that the air circulates as it's supposed to. If you don't get good circulation, that is. Some of y'all may have perfectly fine circulation, but this is basically what the Europeans have to do. They have to use fans to stay cool, or they just don't stay cool, I guess.
Well, yeah, they say that Europeans smell.
The Europeans actually, I guess their government is blaming us for their heat wave that they're experiencing right now. They say our use of air conditioners is contributing to climate change, which is making it, over 100 degrees in Europe.
Well, I mean, we are right next door to Europe, so,
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Oh, there you go. There's your shot of the people
are they hugging?
on the Empire State Building. Oh, I don't. Yeah, they are.
Love on the
Look
Empire.
at them. Maybe they are.
Oh my gosh, what are they doing now? Did she let it?
No, they're hugging. What are they about to do?
Oh, I hope they're not gonna like jump or something.
Oh God, that would be awful. Maybe they're telling each other goodbye. Yeah, it's a male and a female.
Oh, it looks like they're hooking up to go down further.
Maybe they're just saying like, "Hey, if this goes sideways, I love you." You know, whatever. Now they're just sitting down chit-chatting. Dang, dude. I just wonder what's going through their heads. Yeah, they're like sitting down and embracing. Oh, wait, no. They're standing up. They should put on some parachutes and just jump. Oh, there's the girl's taking a selfie right now. Wow. She's literally taking a bunch of selfies. I'm seeing a different feed than you. I think mine's a little ahead.
No, I saw her doing a selfie.
Oh, did you? I'm watching WABC out of New York. Of course, man. Of course you got to get a selfie in. I don't know that you'll be posting on social media, though.
Yeah.
I think you're going to
they
be going
allow
to
that
jail.
in federal prison.
Yeah. You can get somebody to post for you. I just want to know what the next move is. This is fascinating to watch. It seems, God, man. Sure. Well, I mean, are they? Is it possible that they're live streaming this? I mean, everybody live streams stuff these days.
If they get signal up there, yeah.
That's really what they should do. Because it's not like they're hiding from police. We all know where they're at. Just live stream on Facebook. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm sure they're not going to come get them. They'll just wait for them to come down.
Climbers. Empire State Building climbers. Is there a... Oh, there's a good shot of them. It looks like the female has got a mask on, but it's got like cat ears on it.
Of course. And the thing is, I mean, she's wearing a top, but there are no straps on it, and it's kind of low cut. How can you do all that climbing without, going bare to the wind?
Yeah. Yeah, they really should put on some parachutes and jump off of there. I think that would be pretty cool. Pretty cool ending to it. Just kind of float down.
It's been a strange day. You
It
hear them
really has.
banging upstairs and then Empire State Building.
Yeah. Cool stuff, man. I mean, not cool. They shouldn't be doing that. That's incredibly dangerous, and I'm sure they've got a stupid reason for doing it. But anyway, if you're just joining us, two people on top of the Empire State Building. They have climbed up, and there she is doing another selfie. Looks like she's taking her mask off, too. They've climbed up the Empire State Building and unfurled, how do you say it? Unfurled a flag?
Unfurled, yeah.
That says, when the power of love beats the love of power, the world knows peace. That's what the flag says. And now they're just kind of sitting on the platform on the needle of the Empire State Building.
What if they brought lunch?
Yeah, I would hope they did, because they're probably really hungry right now.
It'd be romantic having a picnic there.
Yeah, that is a good idea. Do a little picnic at the top of the Empire State Building.
Because chances are you aren't going to see each other for a very long time.
Okay, now they're working their way down. Yeah, they're going down the ladder now. Hopefully we can get an interview or something on just to get in their head and see what it was they were trying to accomplish outside of just putting a flag up there. Seems like there's easier ways to get your message out, you know? I mean, you basically just risk your life to put a meme quote on top of the Empire State Building. That's a lot of work for very little reward, if you ask me. All right, 205-545-9950. When I come back on the other side, I want to talk about yesterday's Supreme Court decision. We talked a lot about it yesterday, but I got more to talk about on that front with the birthright citizenship. And yes, I'm still pissed off about it, but I want to prove to you why this is a real problem and has been a real problem for many, many years. And instead of correcting said problem, we are now exasperating that same problem. This is a good one. I think it might be a cover. Street Fighting Man.
I know there's a song, not by the Stones. Let me look it up and see, and I'll transfer it over to our Friday.
Yeah. That's the kind of stuff you listen to when you climb the Empire State Building. You listen to Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah, get you that adrenaline.
That's the kind of stuff Zach De La Rocha would do. He would climb the Empire State Building and put like a Che Guevara flag up there or something. You know. And those guys were socialists / communists, pretty much. But it was just something about it, man. It was just something about that music got you fired up.
I wonder how socialist / communist they are now.
It's like, I don't want to be a communist, but like for the next 3.5 minutes during this song, I'm totally going to be a communist.
Well, yeah, music should trump, pardon the pun, should trump all of it.
Yeah. Well, it was a good shtick. It was a good shtick.
Shtick, y'all.
Speaking of shticks, I feel like Ketanji Brown Jackson is a shtick. I feel like it's a Saturday Night Live bit that she's even on the Supreme Court. And it was very appropriate that somebody like Joe Biden would be the one to appoint her. But it's absurd. You know, I understand that politics have changed dramatically, and it's more colorful and it's more flamboyant, and there's more, norms and things that have been just broken over the years. What do you call it? You call not procedures, but just the general, what do you call it? Not manners, but the normal, just the norms of politics have almost been thrown out the window over the past few years, and really with the emergence of Trump. He has taken what was conventional in politics and made everything unconventional. And it's a great thing because the conventional politics was not working for the people. And so it's changed up. But that should not bleed over to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court should be the highest level and the most astute and esteemed, level of the branches of government that has decorum. That's the word I'm looking for. Decorum that always stays in place and doesn't change. I mean, even to the white powdered wigs, I almost wish we could go back and make all Supreme Court justices wear powdered wigs.
That would be awesome.
Just so we can keep things on the straight and narrow. But we've thrown all that out the window with dumbasses like Ketanji Brown Jackson. Do you know that in her dissent for the, or in her, I guess, majority argument for the birthright citizenship, she used the verbiage understood the assignment, which is like TikTok lingo
from 4 years ago.
A Supreme Court justice puts, in the aftermath of the Civil War, those who championed the 14th Amendment, both within and beyond Congress, understood the assignment. Like she's some sort of hip and cool judge. Like, dude, no wonder the rest of the justices treat her like they do, because she acts like she's 18 years old. Like, this is not TikTok. There was other opinions that she released that said, this one says, and this is Trump versus Casa Inc. I don't remember which particular ruling this was, but she says, in her opinion, she says, instead, well, let me back up a minute. She said, as I understand the concern in this clash over the respective powers of two coordinate branches of government, the majority sees a power grab, but not by a presumably lawless executive choosing to act in a matter that flouts the plain text of the Constitution. She goes on to say, instead, to the majority, the power hungry actors are ... wait for it ... the district courts. ... wait for it? That's in your Supreme Court opinion? She also, and I believe it's the same opinion that she put in full stop in her opinion. Full stop. That's not Supreme Court jargon. That's TikTok. That's TikTok language. That's social media language. Full stop. I mean, we're literally just months away from Ketanji Brown Jackson putting LMAO in a ruling, in an opinion. So like, oh, yes, I agree with the ruling by the Supreme Court. LMAO. LOL. Like, what a literal dumbass this lady is. And I think it's being gracious to call her a dumbass. Like a low IQ, an extremely low IQ individual this woman is. What? Who gave Joe? Because Joe Biden didn't look around and say, "Oh, I think we should go with Ketanji Brown Jackson." Like somebody else picked her. Who was it? Forget the fact that she's liberal and that she's always going to rule against conservatives and common sense and Trump and whatever. Okay, fine. But like, there's plenty of judges out there that will do that job. Who was the one who was like, we need those requirements, but we also need her to be seriously incompetent and an absolute dumbass? Who was it? Who made that choice? But there is, in fact, dumbassery in other parts of the court. And I don't mean dumbass in a low IQ way. Nobody matches, at least as far as the Supreme Court goes. No other justices match the low IQ of Ketanji Brown Jackson. But there are some shenanigans going on behind the scenes that let you know exactly why some of these justices are ruling the way they're ruling. As I told you yesterday, Amy Coney Barrett, she's got a couple of adopted kids from Haiti. And she just happens to be one that rules for birthright citizenship. Well, now let's move on to